BMW tried to make you pay $18 a month just to warm your butt in seats you already own. Mercedes wants $575 a year to unlock steering capabilities your car already has. And Tesla is about to eliminate the option to buy their full self-driving feature outright, forcing everyone into a $99 monthly subscription starting February 2026. Welcome to the subscription loophole that is turning car ownership into a perpetual rental agreement. The automotive industry has discovered they can make more money by treating your vehicle like a smartphone, selling you the hardware but charging monthly fees to actually use it. Here's what is really happening. When you buy a BMW today, there is a 90% chance it comes with heated seats physically installed from the factory. Every single one. But if you did not specifically pay for heated seats when you bought the car, BMW digitally locks that feature behind a paywall. The heating elements are literally sitting there under your legs, waiting for you to pay $18 a month to flip the digital switch. Peter Noda, a former BMW board member, admitted they thought they were providing an extra service, but he acknowledged that people feel like they paid double. And here's the thing, it kind of was true. BMW streamlined production by installing heated seats in every car because it is cheaper to build one configuration than multiple variants. But those manufacturing savings were not passed to consumers through lower prices. Instead, buyers were paying for the hardware whether they wanted it or not, and then getting charged again to actually use it. This is not just about heated seats. Mercedes will sell you a car with rear-wheel steering hardware already installed, then charge you nearly $600 a year to unlock the full 10 degrees of steering capability. Your car can physically do it, Mercedes just will not let it without payment. Volkswagen introduced a horsepower-on-demand feature for their ID. 3 electric vehicles, charging $22.50 a month to unlock 20 additional horsepower that your engine already produces. The numbers behind this transformation are staggering. The global vehicle subscription market was worth $6 billion in 2024 and is projected to hit nearly $27 billion by 2030. General Motors expects to generate $20 to $25 billion annually from software and services by 2030. Ford projects their connected services could be worth over $20 billion in revenue by the same timeframe. But consumers are pushing back. S&P Global found that willingness to pay for connected car services dropped from 86% in 2024 to just 68% in 2025. 3/4 of consumers surveyed by Cox Automotive said they would not pay monthly subscription fees for most vehicle features. 92% specifically said heated and ventilated seats should be included in the purchase price. The subscription creep is everywhere. Toyota moved remote start from your key fob, which works through direct radio waves, to their app, then started charging $15 monthly for access. Mazda charges $10 monthly for remote start as part of their connected services package. Ford's Blue Cruise hands-free driving costs $75 monthly after a 90-day trial. Even Cadillac's Super Cruise requires $25 monthly after a 3-year trial period. Some Mazda owners got so frustrated they literally hacked their own cars. In 2024, a software developer created an open-source workaround using Home Assistant automation software that bypassed Mazda's subscription requirements. Mazda responded with DMCA takedown notices, essentially threatening legal action against customers for accessing features in cars they owned. The automakers justify this shift with several arguments. First, they claim ongoing costs. BMW says features like advanced driver assistance systems require continuous back-end support and updates. They argue subscriptions allow buyers flexibility. Maybe you only need heated seats 4 months a year in a mild climate. Alan Wexler from General Motors puts it bluntly. Software-enabled services will transform their business model, make no doubt. There is also the manufacturing efficiency angle. Building one configuration of every model simplifies production lines and reduces costs, but critics point out these savings rarely reach consumers as lower base prices. The real driver is revenue desperation. Traditional automaker profits come from vehicle sales and service, but electric vehicles require significantly less maintenance than internal combustion engines, threatening that service revenue stream. Meanwhile, consumers are keeping vehicles longer than ever, averaging nearly 13 years of ownership. Subscriptions offer a way to extract ongoing revenue from each vehicle throughout its entire lifespan. This model works for automakers because it transforms one-time purchases into recurring revenue streams. Instead of selling heated seats once for maybe $500, they can potentially collect $18 a month for years across multiple owners of the same vehicle. The math is compelling for manufacturers and devastating for consumers. The backlash has been swift and fierce. BMW ultimately discontinued their heated seat subscription in 2023 after massive public outcry. Alexandra Landers, BMW's head of product communications, admitted this was probably not the best way to start with it. But BMW has not given up on the subscription model entirely. They still offer dozens of other feature subscriptions through their connected drive platform. Legislators are fighting back. New York just passed Senate Bill S-5708, which would prohibit automakers from charging subscription fees for features that rely on hardware installed at purchase. Violations could result in fines up to $250 per sale. Similar bills are moving through New Jersey and Massachusetts. The legislation creates important distinctions. Services like OnStar that require ongoing cellular connectivity and back-end support would remain legal. Tesla's full self-driving, which relies on continuous AI improvements and cloud processing, would still be allowed. But charging monthly fees for heated seats, upgraded audio systems, or other hardware-based features would be banned. New York Assemblyman Paul Moriarty captured the slippery slope concern perfectly. He asked, "Where does it go? Does it go so far that a portion of my refrigerator does not work unless I pay a monthly fee to make the crisper work?" Tesla's upcoming change represents the most significant shift yet. Starting February 14, 2026, full self-driving will only be available as a $99 monthly subscription. No more $8,000 one-time purchase option. This move is particularly controversial because Tesla is also removing basic auto steer from their standard autopilot package on new Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. Features that competitors include as standard in base models now require Tesla's full self-driving subscription. The industry is doubling down despite consumer resistance. General Motors told investors they might offer 50 different subscription services by 2026. Most BMWs from 2025 to 2026 come equipped with technology for remote start, drive recording, traffic cameras, automated parking, and adaptive suspension. But accessing these features requires monthly payments ranging from $5 to $20. Privacy concerns add another layer of controversy. These subscription models require constant data collection about your driving habits, locations, and vehicle usage. Consumers worry about how this information is stored, shared, and potentially misused. The lack of transparency in data policies erodes trust and reduces subscription adoption. The subscription model fundamentally changes what it means to own a car. For decades, purchasing a vehicle meant owning all its capabilities. Now, automakers want to transform cars into platforms for ongoing revenue extraction. You buy the hardware but rent the software. You own the seats but lease the heating function. You purchase the steering system but subscribe to its full range of motion. This represents the biggest shift in automotive ownership since the invention of the automobile itself. Cars are becoming more like smartphones, devices where you own the physical hardware, but the manufacturer controls which features you can access through software locks and subscription paywalls. The battle over automotive subscriptions is really a fight for the future of ownership in an increasingly digital world. Will consumers accept this new reality where ownership becomes a subscription? Or will legislative pushback and consumer resistance force automakers to abandon this revenue model? The answer will determine whether you truly own your car or whether you're just renting features from automakers for the rest of your vehicle's life. Because right now, they're betting you'll pay monthly rent for seats you already bought.